Welcome back. It's March 16th, Thursday, March 16th, a snowy, wet day outside. Welcome to the Family Records. Let's get to it. Today's record is Talking Heads, Naked. Let's give it a listen. Naked by the Talking Heads. The Talking Heads Naked. Pretty good album. Not spectacular, not anything that stuck in my head upon the first listen, but it's good. Talking Heads is always reliably good, and I do think that there's a favorite track I have on here, although, as I said, nothing jumped out at me. It was a nice musical mix overall, and it's an interesting album, certainly in several regards, but one of which being that this was the band's final release, actually, so they didn't have any more albums after this. Dad was telling me that he thought this might be the final vinyl that he purchased in England before we came to Canada. We immigrated to Canada when I was about 5 years old, and this album released in '88, the year I was born, but apparently the initial album featured a naked man and woman on the front, and this caused some controversy in some regions. The cover was reissued. I'm assuming that's what this one is, because obviously that's not two naked people, that's a monkey. So it's possible that this may have been bought after its initial release and at a point where they had changed the cover for the UK audience. I can see the UK being one of the regions that was offended by nudity. But it's a good album. Very interesting mix of sounds on it, as I said. And it was produced by Steve Lillywhite, who had previously worked with U2 and Peter Gabriel. The recordings took place in Paris and New York. And the album features a variety of musical styles, including funk, world music, and avant-garde. As I said, the cover featured a photograph of a naked man and a woman standing on a beach with their backs facing the camera. But the controversy this caused resulted in the record being reissued with a new cover in some markets. So that probably explains the monkey that I have versus two butts. The album's opening track, Blind, features a sample of a Nigerian gospel choir singing Nkosi Sikelel Africa, a hymn that became the national anthem of South Africa after the end of apartheid. Very cool. And the song Totally Nude features a spoken word segment by musician and poet Laurie Anderson. The lyrics in the album touch on a variety of themes, including politics, religion, and personal relationships. And the band's frontman, David Byrne, has said that the album was inspired by the music of Fela Kuti, an influential Nigerian musician and political activist. And despite receiving positive reviews, Naked was not commercially successful comparative to the band's other albums, and the band actually took a hiatus after this, and obviously with it being their last album release, they never came back together to make more music. I'm sure they toured and stuff, I could see that, possibly anyway. I don't know 100%, but they never made another album after this one. So ending on a bit of a down note, I guess. I didn't think, like I said, it's not a bad album, certainly, but it's not anything that stands out in a significant way to me. Good music on it, certainly. A fun album. It's a fun time. Talking Heads music, I would describe it as fun. But it didn't speak to me in any significant way. And as I said, even in terms of the tracks, nothing particularly jumped out at me, although I will say that I enjoy the song Mr. Jones. Great sounds on that, and just an interesting song overall. So I really like Mr. Jones. I'll be putting a clip of that in the short today. But overall, I would say, it's a decent album, one that kind of blurs together for me a bit, and probably one that I won't be thinking of in terms of one that I need to replay anytime soon. But maybe I'm wrong on that, and I would love to know your thoughts on Talking Heads in the comments below. Just let me know if I'm way off the mark on this one, if this album maybe is a little bit, I'm underappreciating it, and I need to give it another listen. Or, conversely, what your favorite Talking Heads album is, favorite song, why you like the Talking Heads in general, or maybe you think they're a little overrated. Let me know in the comments. Love to have a discussion. I'm seeing lots of cool comments. We're getting a little community going here, so I love that. Speaking of community, we're not just community, we're a family. We're one big family, and you can join the family. Just gotta subscribe to the channel. That's all it takes. Come join us. All the other YouTube stuff is great. Liking, hitting the bell, like I said, leaving comments, and obviously subscribing. Those are the two big ones in my mind. But it all helps. It's all great. I love you all so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking out another record with me. We'll be back tomorrow with yet another record. Until then, I hope you have a blessed day. Take care.